Well, I can't talk about anything on this stupid fucking phone call.
Yes, so. Because Baldhead is listening. Hey, what's up? Pay my bond and get me out of here, please. Like, go to a bail bondsman and see if they can do the 10%.
I don't know how much an appeal is, okay? So can we just wait until Monday?
Yeah, let's just wait until Monday when I can just they're probably going to take my bond away on Monday.
You get ready. Where do you get dressed?
I have the Harry Potter theory. Are you guys gonna come tomorrow? Like, am I gonna be able to see you on the courtroom tomorrow? But sorry, let's just not strip search again.
Okay, I gotta tell you one more thing.
What?
It was published in England. Okay.
What?
Yes.
It's world news?
I think the Daily Mail just publishes it in all their publications, but yeah, the UK.
It's on the Daily Mail?
In UK.
Maybe Kim Kardashian will reach out herself.
That's what I'm saying.
Hello, my friends. Welcome. Today, we are reading the complete testimony of Angelo Russo. He is Dominic's brother, and he and Mackenzie were buddies. So Angelo is going to testify. If you haven't seen anything, the story behind Angelo and the entire Mackenzie Shirilla case is a 17-year-old girl drove her car into a concrete wall going 100 miles an hour. We've read the bind-over hearing, thanks to our friend Legal. We've read the police reports. I'll tell you about that. We tried to read those. We read the federal police reports, most of the text messages, and we are now into court. We are on day 2, witness 3, which is Angelo. Angelo is Dominic's Russo's big brother. Dominic was killed in this crash. I think that they were in a volatile, abusive relationship. I don't think it was a two-way street based on the 30,000 text messages that we read. So welcome. I am so glad you're here. Get cozy, get comfy. Where are you guys all from? What's going on? We are going to get started. I have to work at 6. So no matter how motivated I feel, we are leaving early. Like, I cannot stay up wicked late. So I'm excited you guys are here. I did see feedback that you guys couldn't hear me. So we're going to try something new. And same rule applies. If you can't read me or hear me, unless I say, like, obviously I'm not here. Anything red. I have a phone right here that I can see everything on. I would like to thank our friend Jamie. Oh, the crew. Oh, you guys, the swag's on Etsy. We are going to look at it together. I just worked on it today, and I think it's all done. If anyone's trying to book a session and it's not working, can you please let me know? I tried to book it under my work account today, and it worked. But I've had feedback that people are having problems with booking it. So if you can't do it, let me know so I can I can fix it. Then, Jamie, thank you for sending me over the report you sent me. That was part of the night we got canceled for the names we shall not mention. But tonight I'm not going to look at the comments yet because I love you guys. I just don't want to fall down a rabbit hole. So we are going to start, and I'm going to read it over here on the big screen. I like it here, but I don't know if you can't hear me. If someone doesn't like the sound, there's an Amazon wish list below, and I agree with you, and I'm 100% available for anything that you think works. Bobby, I saw your email. Well, I saw the titles. I have not had a chance to look because I wanted to get this all done for us. And what am I wearing? I have a t-shirt on. Okay. Might have to change or take this off. It all of a sudden got hot. I got nervous. The captain is ready. We're going to do some testimony, and then we're going to look at Etsy. So here we go. I love you all. Thank you for coming, being here, liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the things. We are going to start with Angelo. Okay. Oh, sorry, I shared it with you. I know some people don't like it when I do that. So I'm not going to look at the comments yet because I will fall down that hole of love. Hello, crew. Conair's here. The captain's arrived. Okay, I found it. The direct examination of redacted. Okay. Oh, this is Kelly. Okay. Mackenzie hates the Parma bitches. Well, according to her text. I don't know her, and that's okay. But Kelly is just wrapping up, and then we will be ready for Angelo. Okay. Now I'm going to hide. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so excited. Hi, everyone. Okay. Whew. All right. Good afternoon. Please state your name and spell it for the court reporter. Redacted. And redacted, is it true that you are Dominic Russo's brother? Yes. Okay. How old are you? I'm 24 years old. All right. And do you know the defendant, Mackenzie Shirilla? Oh my God. Tim True, please have him point out the defendant. Like she's sitting right over there. Yes, I do know Mackenzie. Oh, yes. Angelo said, I went to the bind over hearing and I know you forgot to ask, so I'll identify her. Yes, I do know Mackenzie. She's wearing a pink top. Thank you. How long have you known Mackenzie Shirilla? Roughly 5 years from today. Approximately 4 years from the crash. Okay. And how did you meet her? Wait. Dominic isn't his older brother. He's Dom's older brother. Okay, well, we'll just let it slide. Through my older brother, Dominic. What were the circumstances in which you met her? Well, they started dating 5 years ago. She was over at my house a lot. And so I got to know her pretty quickly. Just, being in close relationship with my little brother. Okay, phew. Thank you. Okay, and were you also friends with Mackenzie Shirilla? Yes. It was pretty quickly that I kind of became like a big brother sort of figure in her life. She would confide in me and I would listen. And I would listen to her talk about her problems. Things like that. Okay. And did your relationship stay like that with the defendant? It did for some time, but not forever. What happened? After seeing her almost every single day and talking with her about a lot of different things, a lot of her problems, issues, family stuff, whatever, I tried, like giving guidance and giving advice that would help some of her issues and stuff like that. And after a few years of time, I didn't really see her make any progress in the areas I was trying to help her. But that's not what changed our relationship. I wouldn't stop trying to help somebody just because they were, what I mean, like having a hard time getting there. Wait, please hold. Let me stop you right there. Is it fair to say that the relationship changed from the big brother relationship to something else? Yes. Okay, let me stop you right there again. Your answer was yes. When did that change take place? Objection. Overruled. Continue. Well, sometime about just over 2 years ago, I met her, and I would say she would often be like, from my perspective, unfair to my brother. And she would, I don't want you to talk about those sorts of things. I want to know, is there an event or something that took place in your relationship with the defendant that changed the relationship? Well, I was just trying to say it pretty much. Objection. Overruled. I want to be like, on what grounds? Come on. I witnessed a lot of negative behavior between her, not between, but from her to my brother. And they kind of pushed me away as a big brother because she wasn't fair to him. Like, she was not fair. Did you talk to Dom about the relationship that he had with the defendant? Yes, I did. And did Dominic confide in you about their relationship? Yes. Was there a point in time, if you know, that the relationship between Dominic and Mackenzie started to change? Yes. Why don't you tell us about that? In the months of June and July, previous to the crash, we had a couple conversations. In the past, my brother and Kenzie had broken up many times, which is not uncommon for younger couples. But in those months of June and July, he expressed to me, objection, Overruled. From the conversations that I had with my brother, I learned, well, that's my understanding. He wanted to end their relationship and just move on. The conversations led to me to believe he was planning on doing that very soon. Okay. Since July 31st, when Dominic passed away, have you had the opportunity to speak with Mackenzie Shirilla? I have not spoken to her, but she has sent me a couple of text messages to my mobile phone. Wait, did you provide those text messages to the authorities? Yes, I did. All right. Would you be able to recognize those text messages if you were to see them here in court? Yes, I would. How many text messages did the defendant send you after the crash? Probably 4. Not many, but on a couple of different occasions. Your Honor, may I approach? I'm handing you States Exhibit 16 and 17. Will you take a look at them and let me know if you recognize them? Okay. Well, don't you worry, everyone. We have them right here. Oh, you guys, I have found okay. I'm staying focused, but I have so much to tell you. Okay. Yes, these are the text messages that I received from Mackenzie Shirilla. How are you able to be sure that those text messages came from Mackenzie Shirilla? Well, they're from her mobile phone number that I had for years. Back when we had a good relationship, we sent not frequent texts, but consistent texts back and forth about school stuff or whatever. I'm familiar with this phone number. Are you also able to tell this is from her based on the context of the messages? Yes, I would have no reason to think it was anybody else if that's what you're saying. Okay, referring to the State's Exhibit 16, there's a timestamp on the text that she sends first. What is the date on that message? August 6th. Okay, please hold. We are going to pull this right up. August 6th. All right, we'll just do the supplemental report. Okay. These aren't the actual ones. I have the actual ones right here, but this starts in 2020. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, let's stick to the supplemental. This is a police report. These aren't the actual text. Well, they're the text messages that were submitted to the police. This was the date of the supplement. Oh, okay. It was July 24th, 2023. Date of the report. Oh, so he added these to the report. Incident title, murder ×2. On July 20. Okay, so we're taking a tiny break from the court transcript to read what Angelo is about to read. On July 24th, 2023, at approximately 3:09, oh, wait. You know what? We have someone who can pronounce this so we don't do it wrong.
Cuyahoga County.
Hold on. I couldn't even hear that.
Cuyahoga County.
Cuyahoga County. Okay, Cuyahoga County. All right. At approximately 3:09, Cuyahoga County Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Tim Troop sent me approximately 4 text messages containing screenshots of conversations between Angela Russo and Mackenzie Shirilla. The messages were sent from Mackenzie's cell phone, redacted, to Angelo's beginning on August 6th, 2022, until October 24th, 2022. The context of the messages are as follows. Saturday, August 6th, at 2022, at 4:14, from Mackenzie Shirilla's cell phone. Hey, Angelo, I don't know if you hate me, but tomorrow for the funeral, would you be able to, oh, this is like some black magic. Would you be able to go in Dom's room and grab some photos from his desk for me so I could put them in his casket so he can be with me forever? Sure, Jan. Okay, so I just read this Strongsville Police Department, and then this is the message that he's reading into the record. Oh, and here it is. What did she send you on August 6th? She stated, hey, redacted, I don't know if you hate me, but tomorrow for the funeral, would you be able to go in Dom's room and grab some photos from his desk of me and him so I could put them into the casket so he can be with me forever? Did you do that? No, I did not. Did you respond to the text message that she sent you on August 6th? No, I did not. Directing your attention to State's Exhibit 17, can you tell the court when the message was sent? August 23rd. Is that reflected on Exhibit 17? Yes. The judge is asking, is that 16 or 17? Mr. Troop. 17 is on the screen now, Your Honor. Okay. 17. What date did he say? August 23rd. Okay. Oh, here we go. Alrighty. Here's August 23rd. Hi, Angelo. Oh, wait. If he's going to read it into the record right here. What did the defendant text you on August 23rd? Hi, Angelo. Oh, they forgot to redact. Hi, redacted. I just wanted to say I'm so sorry. I know you probably think this is all my fault, and I'm not asking you to feel bad for me. But I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry, and I know you miss him so much. I wish that he was here too. This should have never happened. He loves you so much, and I know you know that. I don't even know what to say to you, or just feel so bad. I hope you guys can forgive me because I'll always look at you guys as family. You don't even need to respond to me. I just wanted to tell you that I'm so sorry. And I just wanted to this would be like a classic linguistics lesson because, oh, well, never mind. I just wanted to reach out because I feel like you felt like I don't care and that I'm not taking this seriously, but I really do feel so bad. This is killing me. Angelo, did you respond to that text message? No, I did not. Have you, other than these text messages, received any communication with the defendant? No. No more questions. Oh, no. Should I? Maybe I'll. Okay. We're going to see how this. He can't be that much of a dick, right? Okay. Welcome, everyone. If you are just joining us, we are all so glad you're here. Welcome to Con Air. We just kind of go by the seat of our pants and we hope that we get where we're going. We are reading the court transcripts from day 2, witness 3 of Mackenzie Shirilla's trial. It was not recorded, and we have been on a deep dive for Mackenzie Shirilla, understanding and trying to figure out what happened. Mackenzie Shirilla was accused and convicted and is now serving life with the possibility of parole, in my opinion, never, for the death of her boyfriend and I would just call him Dominic's friend because he had no time for Mackenzie, in my opinion. Davion blocked her and just didn't play. And right now we are reading the cross-examination of Dominic's big brother. He might be one of the rudest people I've ever met. And if anyone's in here that wants to talk to me about law, I would love to. I know what attorneys do, defense attorneys and prosecutors, and I'm not always on one side or the other. I'm very open-minded to the truth. And I go where I follow energy and truth. And Mr. McDonald, in my opinion, is a defense attorney, and he is the male version of Mackenzie Shirilla. He is extra super rude. He cuts people off. He lies to them, which is I just think he doesn't have any integrity. So that's my opinion, but I would tell him that too. Okay, so if we switch back and forth between an annoying voice that should be a teenage girl, please just roll with it. Hello, my name is Jim McDonald, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions. If at any time you don't understand the question, ask me to repeat it or rephrase it, okay? Okay. All right, we have to do it because I can just already tell. He is a grieving big brother who hopefully doesn't have any time for this either. In July of 2022, where were you living? I was living with my ex-girlfriend. Where? At the Cherry Village apartments in Strongsville. You were living at your mother's house? Either of your mother's houses? Oh, no, I wasn't. How long had it been since you lived at your mother's? 4 months. And you said they fought and broke up numerous times. Is that correct? Yes. Since it wasn't Mackenzie's house, your brother could have just kicked her out, right? Yes, and that did happen. And your mother could have kicked her out, and that didn't happen either. Oh, no, that also happened. Everybody else says she was living there until the day of the accident. Well, she moved back in. But there have been multiple times that Kenzie's own mom had to come get her out of Dom's house. Dom had to call Kenzie's parents to get her out of the house. There were times that Dominic had to call my mother to ask her to come over and ask her to leave. There were times that it went the other way. They both argued. The court went the other way. The judge is like, WTF? Can you rephrase that? They argued. She's a 17-year-old kid. And your brother was what, 20, 21, 3 or 4 years older? Well, at the time when she turned 18, he would have been 20. So 17 and 20 and then 18 and 20. Weren't they like 3 grades apart? They met when she was a freshman and he was a junior. I'm not sure of the exact grades. No further questions. Redirect? Nothing based on that, Your Honor. Thanks. You're all done. Oh, well, that was nice. Okay, my friends, I am coming back over here. Okay, now I want to jump into the comments. I didn't want to get too busy. Hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Hello. Hi, Paula. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Wooly. Hi, Debbie, Phil, everyone. Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you guys are here. Thank you guys so much for coming. What's happening? Oh, man, turbulence. I just want everyone to know that I was at work at 6:30 this morning, and I don't think that's ever happened in my life, so it went well. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm so excited you guys are all here. Hi, Jamie. Hi. Oh, 9590. You are here. Oh, Debbie. Thank you for the reminder to set sacred space. I just did a halfway. Okay, everyone, welcome. If you're new, welcome. If you're learning any kind of energy healing, tarot, whatever, and anything energy, hands-on healing or psychic medium, I was taught to set sacred space, and I did it halfway, and it never works out for me when I only do it halfway. To set sacred space, I always have a candle lit, and I light sage, and I kind of just wave it around, and I imagine a white light. Tonight kind of changes. Tonight I'm imagining like a shower of white light coming down and flowing out from my body, but it changes on a regular basis, so I'll explain it each day as we're learning. So you wave, this is how I was taught. You wave sage around, and I imagine a white light coming from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet and spreading out. And I ask Archangel Michael to come in on the south. I ask Kuan Yin and Isis to come in on the west. I ask Sandafon to be the guardian of the north, and the Magdalena clan to protect the east. And then I ask the grandmothers of the universe to surround the sacred space. And we'll ask Raphael to be the bouncer, to only allow in the right words, so I hear and say the right words, and only let me see what I need to see to convey the message. And I bless everyone that is watching with us. It's always very calming. Thanks, Debbie. It does sacred space. I appreciate you, Debbie. That was wonderful. So we just set some sacred space, and I highly recommend it. You can do that to your car. You can do that if you go out in public, anywhere. Also watching, when you're watching things. I will tell you a story about one time, but not right now. It just doesn't feel right to tell it right now, but protect yourself. And if you don't know how to pray, or you're a recovering Catholic or anything else, I am too. And so use other words if those trigger you, like whatever words don't trigger you. There are free land prayers below. You can help save humanity and the earth by doing those land prayers. We are working. When you say those prayers, you loosen the black magic that was woven into the land. And it works. We did it during the Karen Reed case and she was acquitted. So please join us. Okay. There were a few things. Oh, let's look at, our Etsy shop. Everything has to go over here because I know that we had a little bit of an issue with the sound, but then so if anyone's interested, or if you're like, oh, I really wanted tell me. This is the Etsy link is below, and here, drum roll, please, before I move myself. Okay, the Etsy link is below, and Printful is the company that will make the actual items. Oh, here, I'll blow it up for you. So we have some Bet t-shirts. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. So how do you spell eventually? Camping mugs, or camping cups, like tin cups. Bet. Conair. Some more Bet versions. How do you spell eventually? Stickers. Conair Flight Crew, but there are some pretty, here's Conair Flight Crew, stickers, mugs, the Bet, just Bet sticker. I'm hella pleased, Your Honor sticker. Conair Flight Crew t-shirt, Conair Flight Crew hat, and Conair Flight Crew, Bet, Conair. I think this is the one I ordered, the Conair on the camo. I was in the mood. Another Bet shirt. These are unisex, so any of these, except for the t-shirts, Conair Flight Crew. You know what we need is Conair Mechanic. And then I'm hella pleased, Your Honor, water bottle. Where are the rest of the water bottles? Don't worry, Bobby. I just need to finish uploading them. There are Bet water bottles, Conair water bottles. Which other ones? Conair Flight Crew water bottles. They just haven't been uploaded yet. So that is our big surprise. Thank you for joining and flying with us on Conair. We love it. So those are big. There's an Etsy link below. Thank you for the sacred space. Hi, Rhonda Dell. Hi, 9590. I don't want to screw up your name. Where is Jamie? I don't know. Hi, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are all here. Oh, yes. Thank you. Yes, it's free to like, share, subscribe, and do all the things. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Paula. Wait, Paula, are you my friend, Paula? Hi, Paula. Welcome. Yeah, we're not here to change minds or break news. We're just here for the truth. If we don't care. This is some black magic. She didn't, okay, this is my opinion, but she was, and we have talked about this a number of times, but she was a budding baby witch. Thank God she didn't have a good mentor to teach her powers. But what we have talked about is baby witches can be very dangerous because they don't understand their power. Whether she knew it consciously or not, I'm still a little bit on the fence. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, obviously. And sometimes I'm just like, but if she gets that Balenciaga bag, then we know she was calculated and super manipulative, and Dom even called her out. Part of the black magic binding spells that she did on him, and this isn't an opinion or assumption, it's like in pictures from her 5 billion social media accounts, that she was practicing black magic. One of the witnesses that we shall not name in the comments either. There are two witnesses we can't name. One had a red jacket on and one starts with an H. We don't really actually know what triggered it, but we know that something happened. So the kid who shall not be named in the red jacket testified that, in his police interview said that she was practicing voodoo on him. Voodoo isn't inherently bad. None of it's bad. It depends what your intentions are. If your intentions are to ever take away someone's free will, like love spells, you probably will get what you want, but it'll come back 3 times fold, and it never is pretty. Let me know how it works out. That's what I always say. When people are like interested in the dark side, I'm like, let me know how it goes. Okay. Yeah, you can't fix crazy. All right. What do you guys think about this? About these, where's our friend? Hi, Legally. Welcome. I'm very sick today. I probably won't be able to chat. Oh, boo. Don't you worry. Feel better soon. We'll be here. We won't be here for very long, though, because I have to be at work again at 6. I thought it was a typo. Okay. Yeah, feel better. It is hard to see her in a positive light. And we've talked about this because we have to keep going back to she's the perfect like lesson for us to like see her as a wounded child. Every time we throw hatred towards her, it just feeds the machine. She's a good practice because she's hard to like. You don't have to like her. You just have to understand that she's a broken little girl. Has Natalie testified yet? Not yet. We're only on day 2. The witnesses that we've had, I have to show you over here. Actually, we've had a crash. I'm just going to do it from memory because we're on page like 200 of 6, and it's only part 1 of 4. Our friend Legally gave them to us. So thanks, Boo. I personally think that Mackenzie, nature versus nurture. I've never, in my opinion, I think that monsters are made and not born. I think everyone comes in with a pure soul, and then they get to learn their own lessons or carry on the family curses or whatever. Anyway. Oh yeah, we're super early in testimony. We're only on day 2 of a week-long testimony. I got to type it. Yes. Okay. I'll take a, hi, Bobby. Welcome. Bobby, I'll check out your text. I mean, your email. I was getting ready for this, so I didn't want to be late. I'll make a t-shirt of whatever you want. I think I bought the Conair cargo and the Conair. I might have bought the Bet and Conair cargo. That one night I was so in the mood. Okay, Kate, are you surprised that didn't ask? Hi, Wooly. Am I surprised what didn't ask? I'm behind on these. I don't know where we are. Yo, welcome. Hi, Ivy Speed. Welcome. You guys, are you surprised that did? Oh, yeah, I'm surprised. Well, I'm assuming that this attorney, Mr. McDonald, did not bring his A game to the trial. All I can say, he was annoying AF in the bind over, but I felt like he really poked holes in the prosecutors. I thought he had a great closing argument, and I thought he was poking holes all over their case. But I'm assuming he didn't bring his A game to this trial because, I don't know. I thought he did a great job in the bind over. And yeah, I was surprised. I think that he has a better ability to read the room than Mackenzie and her mother do. Like, he didn't even question Dom's mom, which I think was the right thing to do. I don't think that would have ended very well because she was not in the mood to play. She was she's heard it. She's a wounded mom. Mama bears, you don't fuck with mama bears, Oops. I mean, you don't mess with them. Sorry. Okay. She could have been raised by a pack of wolves, and I think she would have had better luck than what happened to her. They did her a disservice. Okay, wait. Jamie will feel our energy and be here shortly. She could be at Drags. What's Drags? I remember seeing a sound bit of her while on the stand. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should find that, actually. Hi, Kate. Okay, yeah, I was surprised. Yo, hi, everyone. Welcome. Sammy, I saw you. Thank you for the super chat. Honeybee, where are you? Yeah, I'm surprised. Welcome. Hi, Paula. Welcome. Thanks for coming and being here with us. Get ready to fly the friendly skies. We don't really know where we're going or what's going to happen. So we're super flexible. All right. Yeah, we will look. Oh, good. Yay. You guys like them? Yay. Thank you. Oh, good. That makes me really happy. I was working on them today at the golf course because I'll tell you, I mean, it's like a front desk job, but it's fun. And it's not, my career was in something else. It was very intense. And I just like needed a break from Corporateville. But anyway, the point is that, oh, good. I'm so glad you guys like them. Yay. Oh, good. Okay. I also have this weird thing about like, I hate cheap sweatshirts. And that's just like a personal thing. I mean, I buy them, don't get me wrong. But I just didn't feel like the night that Conair almost went down. Well, actually, that Conair was invented. I just wanted some like thick, warm sweatshirt in the prison blue. Oh, good. Well, thanks for liking them. All right, let's go back to court. Basically, you guys are not coming with me. I have to do it over here so we don't cut anyone off. Okay, we're going back to court. Yay, thanks for liking them. And Bobby, don't you worry. We're going to do, I got to type it. And I have so many water bottles that haven't migrated over. Like I make them unprint. It's a long story, but they'll be here. Well, as soon as mine get here, guess what I'm wearing? I'll probably wear them both. Thanks for coming. All right. I love you guys. I love you. Love you. Oops. Okay. We're going to go to Adam McQuaid. You know what? Hold on. I just want to make sure that all of our all of our downloads are here because you know what I noticed we haven't done is go back to the security camera. We've only gotten through 2 of the 4 security cameras, and I think they're waiting until 800 because I remember the judge saying anyone with a reasonable mind after seeing exhibit 802 cannot unsee it or something. She said something very touching when but I think what they're going to do is build their whole case and then show that like at the end or something. That's just my guess because I remember her saying that. All right. Please hold. We are about to get into reading. I just want to make sure we have all of our PDFs, the crash report, and we are going to head back into court. Okay. I'm sure Adam McQuaid is Okay, Adam McQuaid is getting sworn in, and we are going to skip past some of his oh yeah, okay. He's a cop with the city of Brooklyn. That's not New York, that's Ohio. Police department. Okay. I'm a sergeant with the police department, but I'm also a member of a regional crash team that involves 12 local agencies. And what is your role with the regional crash team? Currently, I'm the coordinator. I'm taking over as unit commander. Is that the crash team? What is the crash team referred to? Oh, you guys, this is the guy in the bindover trial that Mackenzie had the chance to drop her lawyer again because this is a conflict of interest. And Mackenzie said, no, Your Honor, I love him. This is him. The Southwest Accident Group. What do? We pull our resources whenever an agency within the unit has a crash and they would like it reconstructed. We would call out a team of individuals within the group and we would reconstruct the accident and provide any analysis we can as to what happened prior to the accident. May I have a moment, Your Honor? Your Honor, the parties have agreed, and there is a stipulation that Sergeant Adam McQuaid from the Brooklyn Police Department Southwest Investigation Group is an expert in accident reconstruction and forensic data recorder analysis and may refer to testimony in that regard. I will ask the court to accept his testimony as an expert and permit me to inquire thereof. Is that correct, Mr. McDonnell? You're stipulating to this? That he's an expert in those areas? Yeah, that wasn't her question, you dummy. She asked if you were stipulating the court. So let me ask you again. Perhaps you didn't hear me. He's qualified to testify relating to that. Yes. What does an event data recorder analysis do? Okay, God, that's a big word. An event data recorder analysis will take a computer data file that's retrieved from a vehicle that's been involved in a crash, and they will attain that data file and interpret it to determine what was going on with the vehicle at the time of, and depending on the make and model of the car, up to some seconds before. Oh, hold on. Hey, chat, I can pay attention if Jamie's not here so that, yay, no one gets too overwhelmed. Just put red hearts or flags in there to get my attention, okay? I'm sorry. Yay, welcome. If you need my help, let me know, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, at some point, were you contacted by the Strongsville Police Department and asked to review data taken from an an event data recorder taken from a 2018 Camry involving a double fatality? Yes, I was. Did you in fact conduct analysis of that information? I did. Okay. When you were contacted by the agency, what is the first thing that you do in your portion of the investigation? The first thing that I do is I review the data file that was retrieved from the vehicle. Okay. We are about to pull up the data file that was retrieved from the vehicle. And what I'm going to do is just pull up the crash reports. Okay. Another thing that, oh, I forgot what I was going to say. All right. There was something I was going to say, but I'll remember it later. If that was not, okay. Oh, okay. One of the things that we've learned from the bind over hearing, the federal documents, police officers, and the beginning of this court transcript is that the boys saved themselves. Had they not pulled on the wheel, and if you don't agree, please go back and watch the other videos where we break it down, and then I'd love to talk about it. But without that knowledge, we can't have like a conversation really about it yet. If you haven't seen it, we know the boys saved themselves. There is a soft jerk to the right, then a jerk back to the left, and then a really hard jerk to the right. It was also shifted from drive to neutral back to drive. And when this is my personal opinion based on reading these reports, is that Dominic, he didn't have like a good, he pulled the steering wheel to the right. It was like 24 degrees. Mackenzie pulls it back to the left, and they're going 100 miles an hour, pulls it back to the left, 7 degrees. Then based on the position of the bodies and where everyone is, I think Davion flew from the back seat to the front, grabbed the wheel, and jerked it 142 degrees. What woke up this event data recorder was the first initial jerk of the wheel. So that's how we got this last 5 seconds of the information. Okay, if the information is not complete, you can use the information to determine any sort of information from it. Okay, yeah. From there, that data that was recorded lines up with the evidence, and I see from photographs of the vehicle itself. How are you able to tell if the data is complete so that you can know if it's appropriate to provide with your analysis? It will be listed as complete in the computer file itself. And did you find that the data in this case was complete? Yes. May I approach your witness? The witness? Yes. Judge, this is Exhibit 31. I've marked this as Exhibit 31. Okay, wait. This is the CDR file. Would you look at it and identify it, please? Yes. This is the CDR file that I was provided. And what is that taken from? This is taken from the 2018 Toyota Camry. Is this the information that you used when you generated your findings and conclusions? Yes. Once you get this data and you have concluded that the report is complete, what's the next step that you take? The next step that I take is to make sure that the keystrokes match, so that the way that all of the information that I'm using is from the same engine cycle. Oh, this reminds me of Karen Reed. Oh, God. Okay, sorry. That was dramatic. Oh, thanks, Sam. That was dramatic, and I didn't mean it to be, but the engine cycles, when you have dirty cops, was hard. It was annoying. In theory, it can record multiple events from the multiple engine cycles. In this case, I only took from one engine cycle. The engine was turned on, the events occurred, and the engine was turned off. I didn't take anything outside of that. Did you ultimately reach, thank you, Sammy. Did you ultimately reach conclusions in this investigation? Yes. Did you memorialize your conclusions in a report? Yes. And did you also, in that report, contain information about the steps that you were taking in your investigation? Yes. Would it assist in your testimony to be able to refer to your report? Yes, me too. Okay, who is this kid? Adam. I'm just going to look for his report so we can follow along. I guess we don't really need to. Here, I'm going to pull up this while I search so that no one feels sick. Okay, I'm just looking for Adam McQuaid's report. We might not need it. Okay, hey, Adam. Thank you for flying with us. MCQUAID. Okay. Oh, what was the name? Oh, this is fancy. Fancy schmancy. How did she miss the stop sign? I don't know. That's not to scale, Debbie. So I don't know what that's just like that's not to scale. So we don't know. All right. This is the EDR analysis that Adam McQuaid is about to testify to. Badge number 2252, accident reconstructionist, EDR analyst level 1. Brooklyn Police Department, Southwest Accident Investigation Group. Okay, we're going to go back to court and see what is happening back at court so that we can follow along. Okay. I've marked this as Exhibit 31. Would you look at it and identify it, please? Yes, this is the CDR file I provided. And what was it taken from? 2018 Toyota Camry. Is this the report? Oh, is this the information that you used to then generate your findings? Okay, yeah, we get all this. Okay, what's the next step? The next step, so once this is all like complete, actually, Proctor, I know you're not a cop anymore, but this is how you actually do an accident reconstruction report. The next step I take is to make sure that the keystrokes match. Okay, they didn't in Karen Reed's case, all of the information I'm using. They literally deleted keystrokes in Karen Reed's case. It was infuriating. And the Camry does not really have like the firepower or whatever. Yeah, I can't imagine getting my Camry to 90 or 100. All right. So anyway, the engine cycles. What he wants to make sure is that when the car was turned on and left Paul's house, it was not turned off again until it hit the building. So he's only concentrating on this like 11-minute drive or however long that took. Okay, so the information is in the report. Okay, can you please testify to your report? Yes. This is Exhibit 32. This is my EDR analysis report. Okay, we just looked at that. What is this? I think this is the Exhibit 31. Oh, no. That's defendant's response to defendant's request for discovery. Okay. Man, she could have. Oh, one thing I did want to show you guys. I was, of course, deep diving all of this again, or lately, and I had to look it up, but oh no. When she was a child court or juvenile court, they said that a possible delinquent, which I thought was just kind of funny. Okay, so Adam is about to testify to his report. Glassy, we love him. He's a good guy. Okay, this is my EDR analysis report that I was provided based on the computer file. Is that the exhibit on the witness stand, the one that I'm displaying to the courtroom? Yes. What's on the first page? The first page is my cover page. Back it up so we can all see what Adam is talking about. This is the case number. Okay, that's the cover page. All right, we got that. Including the report number from Strongsville and my personal information. What's the next page? The next page starts with an introduction about the fact that I was asked by Strongsville to assist with a fatal car crash that occurred on July 31st. Does it include various materials that you used to conduct your analysis? Yeah. Oh, we can make it bigger now. Oops. Introduction. So this is what Adam is testifying to. I was asked to assist Strongsville police in an investigation of a fatal car crash that occurred on July 31st, 2022. I was asked to review the EDR data on a 2018 Toyota Camry and provided an analysis based on scene photographs and an initial report. I did not respond to the scene, nor am I providing a reconstruction of the crash itself. Part 2, evidence and materials prepared and reviewed. Crash report completed by Officer Glassy, badge number 7157. There's a diagram, the CDR retrieval for the Camry, EDR analysis done by Sergeant Fox. This guy is the most anal cop ever. He literally did a report to the millimeter. He did not play. Initial scene pictures, vehicle pictures, Strongsville Police Report, number 2208677. Oh, we've got this bad boy. Email correspondence with Rick Ruth from IPTM. Okay, I have no idea what that is, but we do have all the original police reports. And we will just go ahead and pull it up in case. Here's the CAD report. This is the original. This was exhibit 16, I think he said it was. This is the original CAD report. And this is like the dispatchers, like Tom Loss. He was our guy on the motorcycle. Okay. And then he just goes over what we just talked about. The crash report, he goes through these next things. Okay. The vehicle pictures. Okay. Section 3 is an overview of the EDR. What was included in this section of your report? EDR stands for Event Data Recorder. The EDR is a device usually located in the airbag control module that records technical, vehicle, and occupant information for a brief period of time before, during, and after a crash. The EDR is able to capture data from a crash event such as, but not limited to, speed. Yeah, the EDR is a slam dunk. Speed, braking, acceleration, and whether certain safety features such as seatbelts were engaged. Oh, Jamie, this is your time to shine. A frozen margarita. I don't drink, but yes, Phil, I do love to bring receipts. That is my favorite. I love it. This is something that our friend Jamie has noticed and pointed out to us. The EDR report flat out says one of the boys was buckled. I think it was Dominic. It literally says he's buckled. I have it, of course. And so we might end up late. I don't think they'll bring it up now, but I'm going to pull it up because it did not help with the PSYOP thinking at all. There's a lot of things. What was this? Oh, crash report. Okay. I'm just going to grab the discrepancies in the EDR report. And the fact that one of the boys have his seatbelt on. It's like, Jamie, it was wild. Oh, nope, that's a spreadsheet. We don't need this. Please hold. I'm sorry to ask you guys to hold. I just need to go through okay. I'm just going to grab this crash report that we have that says that one of the boys had the seatbelt on, and it's questionable. Thank you for holding while your pilot makes sure everything is safe and comfortable. I might just download it again because I don't know where it is. Oh, crash reconstruction report. Here we go. All right. Oh, of course it's in the Toyota folder. Okay. I'm just going to pull up the crash reconstruction report because if you weren't here when Jamie made this phenomenal discovery, it's important. I think it's not going to come up at trial. I mean, if it did, Mackenzie could have, I don't know. I just don't think that she had a chance. I think, oh well, anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, he's talking about the EDR report. The EDR inside a vehicle is not always recording. So that's what I was talking about earlier. If the boys hadn't pulled on the steering wheel, then it wouldn't have woken up the EDR. The EDR inside a vehicle is not always recording. It's a system that is woken up by a change in delta V, in which delta V means a change in velocity over time. You will see that term. So that would be like if the car thinks it's flipping, if there's a sharp curve, like a move of the wheel, like velocity over time. You will see that term referred to in reconstruction analysis, although there are required standards from NHTSA for all vehicle manufacturers to record in the EDR of their vehicles. There's no specific limitations as to what can be recorded or how the data is listed in subsequent reports generated by the EDR. Okay, now we're going to go back to court and see what Adam's telling us. It's basically, okay, so Adam is going to summarize what I just read out loud. If you're just listening and you're not reading, don't worry, this is probably an okay one. So he's just summarizing what I just read. Okay, one thing he says in a little bit more human words, layperson words, is the delta V is the change in velocity over time. Whenever it senses a large enough delta V, so a change in velocity over time, that's like steering wheel jerking, could have been brake slamming. The margin changes speed over a short period of time. The computer wakes up and it will record what's going on inside the vehicle. And it will back up. In this case, it backs up 4.67 seconds prior to the event and captures information to include speed, whether or not the brake was engaged, whether or not the accelerator was depressed. It can record up to whether the seatbelt was engaged as well. I have questions about the seatbelt. Every vehicle is different when it comes to EDRs. Is the EDR in a Toyota different than that of other automakers? It is. How? Most vehicles, when they have an EDR, will wait until the entire crash event completes before it writes data. But Toyota is badass and it records in real time. So a Toyota will have multiple. It could have as many event triggers. It could have many event triggers inside one crash. That's why there are multiple events within this one reported crash. Oh, that's how they know that the steering wheel jerked like this certain degrees back and forth. Okay, that I see what he's saying. So like they do know that it went from neutral to drive to neutral or whatever, drive to neutral to drive. And like the wheel was jerking because the Toyota records every change within that crash. Oh, that's pretty badass. All right. It could be multiple different types of events, such as a rollover, a frontal crash, a side crash, a rear crash. Anytime that EDR would have woken up, it records that event and it goes backwards, like he just said that, inside the singular crash instance. Conducting an EDR analysis on a Toyota does make your job much more difficult to decipher the information because it's recording multiple events. Sorry. This is Tim Troop asking the question. Conducting an EDR analysis on a Toyota, does that make your job more difficult to decipher the information because it's recording multiple events at the same time? No, I wouldn't say it's more difficult. You have to make sure that you're overlaying. You have to be smart and know what you're looking at. Like you have to be trained, I'm guessing, except we are lay people in this. And Jamie figured out that the seatbelt wasn't engaged or was engaged. I'm sorry. Anyway, you have to just make sure you're overlaying. Man, I do feel like cops are getting smarter though, which is a reassuring thing. If our friendly cop is in here, welcome. I married a cop. I get it. Since it goes back 4.5 seconds, one event includes information from a prior event. So you have to make sure your events are lined up at proper times. Yeah, I agree. This is, I love Toyotas. Take us through the information that you included in section 5. Okay, I would love to. We're going to hit section 5. All right. Oops. Determination in which the TGR is impact with the wall. What is a TGR? Hold on. I missed an acronym. Man, this isn't even an Ohio thing. I don't think. Does anyone know what TGR means? I don't know if we missed the... Oh, trigger event. Okay. A TGR is a trigger. Oh, duh. That's the trigger event. Okay. Determine number 5. Determination of which trigger event is impact with the wall. Oh, Jamie's not. Jamie, is Jamie here yet? Jamie, this is your time to shine. Okay, the first step in any EDR analysis is to ask forming questions. Oh my gosh, I've looked at this. This is my highlighting. Okay. This is from Jamie. The first is whether or not the recording events are complete. So we have recording status, diagnosis, complete. Okay, this is the interesting part. Safety belt driver, on. Safety belt front passenger, on. Interesting. Interesting. Our friend Jamie noticed this right here. It says the front safety belt for the driver's on and the front passenger's on. So that technically means Dom and Mackenzie. Okay, welcome. If you are just joining us, we are looking at the EDR report of Mackenzie Shirilla's Toyota Camry that drove straight into a brick wall like a psychopath. And this is the reconstruction of the event data recorder. One of our lovely, dear, very observant friends noticed that it does say the safety belt in the front passenger is on. And that did not help with the PSYOP thinking, but safety belt for the driver on, we knew this, and safety belt for Dom is on. That's props to Jamie. Okay, so now what would Adam McQuaid like to tell us? Okay, take us through the information that you included in section 5. This includes the table that I just spoke about previously to show that the recording status is complete. Oh, he highlighted it on the table just to show the data was able to be used to make determinations. Okay, it would be badass if Tim Troop noticed that it was highlighted. So, okay, I'm sorry, I wasn't the one who highlighted. I think he did. But it would be, you know, it would be even more badass if Mackenzie's defense attorney noticed this. That could throw reasonable doubt into the prosecution's. I have reasonable doubt right now. They've been reporting that he wasn't buckled up this whole time. You know, I don't know if he's going to, I don't think he really brought his A game. I think he was on the C team. I'm just still looking at this route. Like, okay, he's showing this to the whole court. Maybe the judge will notice. I don't know if anyone notices, though. It would be badass, though, if the defense noticed it. Not that but it would shed some, to me, it would be reasonable doubt. Everyone has testified that the front passenger and the Dom and Davion didn't have their seatbelts on. Okay, back to this. I go on to determine it was from a single ignition cycle. Yeah, we know that. It started at Paul's house and then ended at the brick wall. Okay. One of the things 9590 that Davion told us in a channel message is that time stopped inside the car. Like, time is a construct, literally. And he said that even though, like, in the human world, it said 4 seconds, time stopped while this was happening. Okay, how many events were you able to pinpoint in the CDR? From the crash, there were 6 events associated with the crash. Okay, let's see them. Show us these 6 events. Okay, recording status occupant, recording status pre-crash, recording status diagnostic. Okay. So are we just going to skip over the fact that everyone has their seatbelt on? Sure. Okay. Ignition cycle, 6499. Okay, this is an example to show that the EDR was recording and creating complete events. The next question is to ask whether the ignition cycles match. Yeah, they are going to, I am assuming. As seen above, all the events from the same ignition cycle, 6499, meaning that they're all from the same event. The chart below shows that the time from previous triggers was greater than, let's do 32.67 seconds. This means that any event prior to the trigger 5 would not be a part of this crash event. I wonder how many crash events are triggered in her ignition. Okay, the ignition cycles will be discussed further later in this report. Okay, trigger count 5. Oh my gosh, you guys remember? The 5 trigger events is, I think, Dominic pulling the steering wheel, Mackenzie pulling it back, Davion shifting from drive to neutral back to drive, the sharp curve, the 142 degree, and the wall. I think those are our 5. Okay, let's get back to court, see what he's telling us. Okay, from the crash, there were 6 events. Oh, weird. Didn't I just read literally that he said 5 in this report? Okay. Yeah. Look, it says 5 right here. He's showing this to the court. Maybe someone else will catch it, but it says trigger count 5. Okay. Okay. So what is he saying? Okay, how many events were okay? He just talked about the 32 seconds. How many events were you able to pinpoint that were recorded in the CDR? From this crash, there were 6 events associated. Oh, okay. Wait a second. We literally just saw something that says 5. Guys, oh my God, the defense, I wish he would I would be all over this. From this crash, there were 6 events. Were you able, okay, Tim Troop, were you able to decipher one of the events that was the initial event that woke it up? I was. Oh, we know. The steering wheel pulled and she went off the road. It pulled like 23 or 24 degrees. Okay, what was the information? The information was trigger event number 5. And Toyota, the way they do it, the lower the number, the older the information. So I knew the lowest number that I took into consideration had to be the oldest event. That would be the first event it recorded. The second event would be the higher number because they go in sequence. Oh, okay, maybe I misread that. Do you demonstrate that in your report? Yes. What? That will be on page, my report is written in reverse order. Oh, okay. With the first event listed on page 6. Okay, so page 6. Here's page 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is page 6. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a good idea. So he's writing it as the car is driving. Oh, this is what he was arguing. The defense attorney was arguing were curbs. Those don't look like curbs. Oh, okay. That makes sense. All right. Oh. They're trying to say these are the skid marks. No, this is literally they were airborne. You can hear it in the audio of the car crash. This is the screeching right here. She's like airborne. This is just the anyway. Okay, let's get back to court. Were you guys looking at that with me? Nope. Okay. I was just looking. So the way that this report is written is it's written the way that the triggers happened. So it's the way she was driving. I love that. That's really smart. This is the thing right here. She's airborne. According to the crash reconstructionist that we've seen, either here or in the last trial. This part, the skid marks that you see aren't really skid marks. They're the tires trying to catch. She's airborne right here. She lands right here. You can see this part. This is where she lands. Remember, she got airborne back here. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, but Debbie will be able to see the stop sign in like to scale, obviously. Not obviously, but okay. So what else does this say? My report is written in reverse order, but the reverse order is like from when it starts recording. I think that's a really smart way to do it. Okay, Tim Troop. If you haven't seen who Tim Troop is, I can show you. We are in the middle of Mackenzie Shirilla's court transcript page, day 2. This is the EDR analysis. And I would be more than happy to show. Low test, Steve. Yeah, Steve. Yeah, they jumped this curb. You're right, Phil. So he's going to back it up. We're going to get to see the whole thing. But they're airborne. This right here are the tires trying to catch. This is like, well, I mean, I'm a hick. So seeing the boys like spin out, it leaves a black mark on the road. And that doesn't mean she was braking. Anyway, we don't even have to argue about the braking part. She clearly wasn't braking. Okay, let's get back to court. What does he want to tell us? Tell us about this table on page 6. Okay, I would love to. The table on page 6. Okay. Are we on page? I just want to double. Yep, we're on page 6. Okay. So I'm going to leave you guys here and I'm going to read it out loud. The first event that woke up the EDR in this case was the computer sensed it as a rollover, but the car might have not actually rolled over. It had just enough lateral force, meaning side-to-side force. This is my opinion when Dom pulls the wheel, acting on the computer as though the car was turning over. The reason for that is from the hard steering event that I have highlighted in this report. Okay, where's the hard steering event? Okay, yes. All right. Steering. Okay. So there were no brakes. There was no brake pressure. Yeah, remember we just said this. It was like a 10-degree pull to the right. He pulls it to the right 10 degrees. Okay. Okay, as you can see in the 4.5 seconds prior to this event occurring, there's a small right turn being put in, and then there's a left turn. Oh, we did see this. So right, okay, wait, Yari, steering input. How can you tell which way, right or left? I know what he's talking about is either, well, it's highlighted for us. Thanks, homie. One of these two, but okay. So you can see that 4.5 seconds prior to this event occurring, there's a small right turn, and then there's a left turn. The negative numbers indicate the right turn. The positive numbers indicate the left. Okay, got it. So right, this is right, this is right, and this, okay, wait a second. They're all right. That doesn't make any sense. Are we looking at the right thing? Okay. All right, wait a second. And then there's a significant right-hand turn. And then Tim Troop says, you're talking about 140 degrees on a 360-degree circle, right? I don't see that. I think we're looking at the wrong table. Oh, maybe it's down here. Okay. Welcome to the party. Oh, okay. So right, right, left, left, right, 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 right. I think. I don't know. let's go back to court because I'm confusing myself. Would that, in your opinion, be significant enough? Okay, not okay. So Tim Troop says it's 142.5 degree turn. Yes, you're talking. Okay, that's what the kid Adam said. You're talking about 142 on a 360 degree circle. Correct. That's not quite 50%. Something less than a 50% turn. Would that, in your opinion, be significant enough input to cause this EDR to wake up? It would, because of how fast the vehicle was traveling. Anyone who's driven a car knows that the slower you are going, you need to put more steering to get the car to turn. But when you're driving at a high speed, a hard yank from top to bottom would cause significant side-to-side movement of the car. Is it your testimony that the event occurred 4.75 seconds prior to impact? No, it was less than that. How are you able to tell that? I was able to line up the tables. 4.75 was that's how far it goes back in total, but there was only about 1.1 seconds of overlap from the hard steering impact leading up to it prior to hitting the wall. That hard steering event happened less than 2 seconds before it impacted the wall? Yes. I want to go back and start on page 3 of your report. Okay, we do too. Okay. All right, we are now on page 3. Okay, what would Tim Troop like to say? What is contained on page 3 of your report? Page 3 is where I determined which event that was triggered was the impact with the wall. I was able to determine it was trigger number 11. Okay. That is event trigger 11. Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. Okay, got it. So the lower the number, the older it is. So we were at 5 when the first jerk of the wheel happened. And now we're up here to 11, and that's the crash itself. Okay, got it. Page 3 is where I determined the event that triggered it was the wall. I was able to determine that was trigger 11. It was the only impact recorded that could have possibly been the impact from the wall. And Tim Troop asks, how are you able to determine trigger 11 is the only event recorded that could be the impact? Adam, there were 2 frontal impacts recorded. One was delta V of 2.9, which is a very low amount. It would not record the amount of damage to the vehicle that you see in that picture. Oh, okay. So where's the picture? Oh, okay. So this is the picture. Okay. All right, that's the last recorded value before the computer was destroyed in the crash. So that's the last recorded value. I don't know if it would have gone higher. I don't know if it would have gotten anything after that. Once the crash has occurred, is it your testimony that this recorder was destroyed? It's not always destroyed. It takes a significant event for the computer to be completely destroyed, and it was in this case. Why did you include the photograph of the Camry on page 3? Because it backs up the fact that you would need to see substantial front-end damage to register 37 or higher delta V recording for frontal impact. Troop, you testified about the trigger number 5 being the rollover event that woke up the black box? Yes, this is the boys trying to save themselves. Right. And you testified about trigger 11 being the impact? Yes. Are there any other significant events that were recorded? The other significant one that I marked is trigger number 9, and that is the table itself is not in my report, but it has frontal impact. It had a 2.9 delta V, and I was trying to find out why there would be a second frontal impact before it hit the wall. This is when she's airborne. You guys, this is when right here she flies this. I hope, hold on. We're going to just sit with this picture for a moment because I'm pretty sure he's about to say, I went back and reviewed the scene footage to figure out a potential cause of that accident. Based on your review of the scene footage, were you able to identify a cause of that? Yes, I was. What was it? If you go to the next page in my report, page 6, oh, we will. Don't you worry. Okay. Oh, yes. We're there. We're on it. That photo shows the vehicle made contact with the curb prior to hitting the wall. At the speed it was recorded when the front tires hit the curb, I believe the front tires were airborne. Yes! And the crowd goes wild. Ah! Oh, you guys, we should have been crash reconstructionists. Oh, God, sometimes it feels good. Oh, Jamie, I just saw you were in here. Jamie, we just saw your great eagle eye about the seatbelts. Hi, Jamie, we saw your eagle eye about the seatbelts. We're going through the EDR report with Adam. Okay. And the crowd goes wild because we learned in the last reconstruction report, must have been in the Bindover hearing, that she was airborne right here. Oops, not right there, right here. And she was airborne over this whole street. And Adam just testified to that. Yeah, she was airborne. Woohoo! And that is supported by the table on page 5, which shows prior impact with the wall. The accelerator was depressed at 100%, but the engine throttle is substantially lower. That is, I believe, because the front tires were no longer in contact with the road surface. Whoa! We need something better than just this applause. I want something that says, and the crowd goes wild. I don't think we have anything like that, but the crowd's going wild. Are you okay? So the front tires were no longer in contact with the road surface. Okay. We know we'll be here all night. Are you speaking about the second table included on page 5 of your report? All right, let's get back over there. The second table included on page 5. Oh, yes, this certainly is not a good look for Shirilla. You're done. Please tell me I have that. You're done. Darn, I don't have you're done. Anyway, she's done. This is accelerator, engine throttle, brakes. Nope. Thanks for trying. Okay. Are you speaking about the second table included on page 5 of your report? Yes. And you have highlighted 3 of the columns on that table. Could you walk us through why you chose to highlight those particular columns? Yeah, I want to hear it. Okay, there you go. I'm going to read it out loud while you guys look at it. If you're watching, if not, don't worry. He's just saying that we #killed it. The first column that I highlighted shows the accelerator pedal and what percentage it was depressed. It shows that 4.6 seconds prior to it hitting the wall, it was depressed at 100%. However, the engine throttle was at 100 to 99% until about 2.1 seconds prior to hitting the wall. I believe it's partially due to the fact that she was airborne due to the steering, and partially due that when it goes down to the 23 seconds, 1.6 seconds, I believe is when the tires go airborne. Oh my gosh, we should have been crash reconstructionists. To be clear, okay, this is Tim Troop, the prosecution. To be clear, the first box is titled accelerator pedal, and the second is the percentage of the engine throttle. Just a brief description of the difference between the two, please. The accelerator pedal is purely the pedal itself, how far down it is to the floor versus how far it's not depressed. The engine throttle is the RPM of the engine and how much force is acting in the throttle. The third column that I highlighted is the service brake. At no point during this event was there any pressure applied to the service brake. This table goes back 4.6 seconds of information. Is that correct? Yes. I wanted to ask you about the table at the top of page 5. You highlighted the 6th row down. Okay. The 6th row down. Okay, what about it? That table continues. It's a continuation from the previous page. So you will see the heading of that one. That is the crash pulse or the delta variance measure. I guess that delta variance is change in velocity over time. Why do you guess that, Adam? Adam, speak like you own it, okay? You're impressing us. Don't guess. You're on the stand. Okay, so he's saying this is a continuation of Jamie, here's your shout out. Oh, wait. Sorry, Jamie. If you rewind it, you'll see your shout out. You got a big one. So he's just explaining, like, this is when it gets triggered. This is what we have. And he's walking us down. And then he's highlighting this for some reason. We haven't got to why yet, though. Okay. So we're going to take out the word I guess because you're the boss and you're going to tell us. The delta V is a change in velocity over time. Okay. Do you need to review what a change in velocity is? So those are milliseconds. The first column is how many milliseconds, so thousandths of a second, versus how much speed is being lost. And at its highest value at the bottom is 37.2. That's being depressed. Okay, so the pedal is being depressed at 37.2 in 230 milliseconds. So 230 thousandths of a second. I don't even know what that means. That's like so small. I don't even know. But what is the longitude and lateral crash pulse? Lateral is the front and back. Longitude is side to side. Oh, okay. All right. So longitude and lateral. Where's the top of this? I would have guessed that was the other way around. Okay. All right. What is the longitude and lateral? Okay. Lateral is front to back. Longitude is side to side. That doesn't even make... I want to look that up. Please hold. That doesn't even make sense. I'm just going to Google this because I think this is backwards. And if it is, that's okay. But I mean, I'll look at the comments in 2 seconds. I just want to see if this is right. I feel like this is backwards. Longitude to latitude. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to guess. Oh, darn. It won't let me Google it. Okay. Oh, here. I'm just Googling this. To find a card's longitude, east to west, and latitude is north to west. Its GPS tracker is connected to a smartphone app. Yeah, okay. I need a picture of it, I think. If your vehicle, okay. Oh, Toyota. Oh, Toyota's the one that does it. Okay, thanks, Toyota. Measures how far north or south a car is from the equator. Okay, latitude, north or south, and longitude is east or west. Right. I don't know. I think I'm being too literal. This is talking about the coordinates, not of the car, of the car's location. Okay, let's get back to court. All right, taking you to page 7 of your report, what is the information that's included? I'm going to highlight this, though, because I want to come back. What is the information that's included here? On page 7 of our report, we have, okay, here's, oh, golly, page 7. This is the steering input we previously spoke about. I have it highlighted again. This is a continuation from a previous page. That's the yaw rate, the lateral turning of the car, and the steering input in degrees is the I need pictures. What is the second column? What is your conclusion from this data? The conclusion that I have from this data is at 4.5 seconds prior to the EDR waking up, there was a moderate turn. And at the time the computer initially woke up, there was a substantial hard right turn of 142 degrees, enough for the computer to trigger a rollover event. As part of your investigation, did you visit the crash site? No, we already told you that. Take us through the information on page 8, please. Oh, we will. Oh, I saw this in a clip on the news. Okay. All right, let's see here. Oh, here's the sign. Okay. Trigger warning for anyone. I don't know how far into this we're going to get, like on the scene, but what we're oh, I have that program. Okay. What we're looking at is airborne. She hasn't hit the ground yet. She's airborne right here. And then this is the sign. She's going to clip this right here. This is a guess. Let's get back to court. Okay. One of the things that I was asked to address is a still shot from the surveillance footage that showed there's a brief highlight of the brake lights of the vehicle. And I was asked to explain why. If the service brake was never engaged, then why would a brake light turn on? And I was able to answer that based on Sergeant Fox's. Here's our Sergeant Fox. We're not going to look at that. Okay, because based on Sergeant Fox from the Ohio State Patrol report, he was actually in touch with the Toyota service line technician. They explained, as part of their safety measures, cars are now equipped with radar and crash sensing computers. When it sensed a crash approaching, it pulsed the brake lights. Oh, I thought it was going to be because she had lost contact with the ground. And I found no reason to contradict that information, so I adopted it verbatim from Sergeant Fox's report. Were you able to make any final conclusions about that based on the data you reviewed? Yes. Based on the data I reviewed, it was determined the vehicle was traveling with the accelerator pedal fully engaged prior to impact. The vehicle then had a hard steering event to the right, that's our homie, which woke up the computer and struck the curb. Okay, so she goes airborne right by where the stop sign is, over that road, and lands on the curb, like right above the curb. You can see it in the grass, which triggered another frontal impact and continued onto the wall. At no point during this entire sequence was the service brake applied. My data is limited to the 4.6 seconds that Toyota provides. It showed for that entirety, prior to the hard steering, the accelerator was at 100% and the brake was not applied. I don't know what happened prior to that 4.6 seconds. One moment, Your Honor. No further questions. Oh, cross. Oh. Yay. Okay. All right. I have to take a drink. Where are you guys from? Welcome to Con Air. We are flying the friendly skies of Mackenzie Shirilla's court. Transcript, and we are about to start with the defense attorney. Sir, my name is Jim McDonald, and I'm going to ask you a series of questions. If at any time you don't understand the question, ask me to repeat it or rephrase it. Fair enough? Yeah, that's fair. Come on, Jim, bring your A game. Does the black box signify in general when someone would have pressed the accelerator to 100 degrees? No, that's not the triggering event. Don't add confusion. Okay, isn't that a triggering event? Only if it generated enough deltas, that's velocity over time. No, because she had 20-second a runway to build up to it. So no, don't add confusion to this, you little chaos monster. Just pressing the pedal alone doesn't do it. It would have substantially reduced the speed in a certain amount of time for it to wake it up. She had like a literal runway to build up to it. She didn't just slam it on the last 4 seconds. Okay. Reduce the speed. I'm talking accelerating the speed. Well, generally speaking, the accelerator would not wake up the black box. Would it not? No, because she had 20 seconds to build up speed. Ugh. He's going to try to argue that she was going 50 or 40 miles an hour around that turn, and then she just slammed on the gas. He tried to argue that in the bind over. Okay. Because even the fastest cars can't accelerate fast enough to trigger that much speed gain in milliseconds it would take. We're talking fractions of a second. The EDR box, it basically breaks down into milliseconds, right? Each event. Well, I don't know. If you just listened, I just explained it. It depends on how often the vehicle records the data. Well, as it relates to this event, once it started at the 4.6 seconds prior to the crash, in what time increments was it broken down? Half-second increments. Oh, half a second. Yes. So we get a snapshot every half a second or 9 times total? Yep. At 4.6 seconds, what triggered the black box? Oh, I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. Let me repeat it for you. It wasn't at the 4.6 second mark that triggered it. It was the hard steering events that triggered it. And we heard that from Fox too. But the way the computer records, it takes 4.6 seconds prior to the trigger. So it records it backwards. The trigger was the steering, and it recorded back 4.6 seconds. So from the hard steering backwards, there was nothing. There was information that showed prior to the steering that was going. It wasn't a substantial steering event, but there was some steering going on. When did the first steering occur? The car is always being steered, you dummy. God, oh my gosh. The car is always being steered to some degree. When was it? Well, the first trigger event was trigger 5. As we saw on page 6 of his report, it also recorded 4.6 seconds back. In trigger 5, what happened? There was a hard steer to the right. Oh, insufferable. Before that hard steer, were there prior steering? Yeah, obviously. She had to get down this part of the road. There was some minor steering before that. 2 of them, right? There's a small steering to the right. We think that was Dom. And a small steer back to the left. We think that was Mackenzie. But a very hard steer to the right. So what point did the slight steer to the right occur? Oh, so this is the lawyer asking. He's like, yeah, it had a soft right pull, left pull. And he's like, so at what point did the slight steer to the right occur? The first one, I can't say for sure because at 4.6 seconds prior, it was already engaged to the right to some degree. I don't know when that started. All I can tell you is that it started recording because it was like enough of a jerk, velocity over time, that the car thought it was about to get into a rollover. What was the degree of the slight right turn? What was the degree for the slight right turn? The first recorded mark was 10.5 degrees. So it goes 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Yeah, that's correct. Hey, welcome to a circle. God. So 10 degrees, something like that, right? And if you aren't watching, and we don't have a picture, but in your mind, you can just think of a clock, 12, 3, 6, 9, times, and then just think of 10-minute chunk. That's what he's talking about. So 10 degrees, something like that, right? And if you're thinking of a clock, it's a 10-minute chunk. It's a little bit more than 10. Yeah, it's 10.5. And there was a little steer to the highest steer to the right. No, I'm talking about the first. You said there was a 10-degree steer. Yes. And then continued to the right, and then a 28 degrees. So she jerks it back 28. So now you're going to get back to midnight or noon and go back 28 minutes. So you're almost, if you're thinking about it like a clock face, which is what I have to do because I don't understand any of this without a picture. Okay, then go back 22 degrees. So you're going back between the 9 and the 10 on a clock face. Not very much at all past the 12. No. But a 20-degree turn from where it ended back to there. Yeah. He's just creating confusion. He's a chaos puppet, like the prince of this world loves chaos puppets. This is just creating confusion. He's explained it well. This is just annoying. I'm fast forwarding some of these questions because they're just creating confusion. He explained it, and now this guy's just trying to create. And he's wrong audience, Mr. McDonald. The court is the trier of facts, and she's a data expert. That's one of the reasons the defense chose a court like the court only. They only had a judge trial because she would understand this. So stop trying to confuse her. Okay, he's just trying to confuse everyone. Okay, so now it's going from like noon down to 6. Is that right? A little closer to 180. So half of a circle would be down to 6. Okay, yeah, that's significant. Yep, we know. And that was the first triggering event. Yeah, that woke up the EDR. It registered as a rollover. It's at that point that the seatbelt's deployed. Seatbelt? Airbags. Oh, Jamie, I thought we just had our answer. No, wait, maybe this is the seatbelt. Jamie, you might be onto some. Well, rewind it. We did give you a shout out at the EDR report, but wait a second. Okay, question. It's at that point that the seatbelts. Oh, maybe what they're saying is it was recording Davion. Yeah, he would have had to take his seatbelt off. Please stay with seatbelts. Airbags. No, the airbags deployed later. There was another event that triggered a side airbag. No, go back to seatbelts. When was that? That event, I don't have it listed in my report because I didn't list it as a frontal impact. I believe that would be trigger 10. You believe, are you now? I would need to see the CDR report. You didn't bring it up with you? No. Oh, okay, excuse me. Showing you States Exhibit 31. The kid's like, yeah, this is going to take me a second. Okay, fine. We're going to look at the CDR report too. I think it is right here. This is Rawson CDR. Let me just see if this crash CDR reconstruction report. I don't know if this is it, but we are going to look at this. I have a couple of them up here. This is different state trooper. Oh, is it this one? The CAD report? Nope, it's not CAD. Okay, I think this is the one. He's looking it over. Oh, this guy was so anal. Okay, all of these little things. Okay, I think it's in here. Is this where we learned about the steering? Yeah, look at this little runway this little psychopath had. Okay. I don't know if we're looking at the right one. Oh, these are the cameras. Okay, no, we'll just get back to court. I referenced it in my report on page 3. Keep reading, Kate. Okay, we'll get back to your report, page 3. Jamie, I think you're about to have your moment. Oh, not this one. Don't worry. We'll get back to it. It sounds like this defense attorney wants to really just, maybe he is going to notice, actually. That would be, I would have to give him a high five. Okay, we're on page 3. Okay, we're going to zoom it in a little. All right. So he mentions it on page 3. Trigger 10 was listed as a side crash. That was the airbags being deployed from this side, at least. Are you saying both sides? It just says airbag deployment. In your experience doing accident reconstruction, tell us what the deployment of an airbag is. Oh, I want to get back to the seatbelts. Well, it's an explosion of gas. Oh, and according to low test Steve, it's not a pillow fight at a sorority. Oh, you're done. Okay, it's the gas that fills a bag to prevent injury. And it's a pretty violent act. Is that correct? Yeah. It causes people in the car to move, right? It can. Oh, not only can, but in your experience, it does. Yes. Also, when the airbag is deployed, there's some powder that's also released, right? Yep. And describe what that powder is. I don't know what the chemical makeup is, but it's like a dust. That's the best way to describe it. Oh, you know what? The Glassy, the officer, in his body cam says there's no airbag powder on her anymore. This has been here a while. That was one of his first clues that it had been there. It's like a dust, okay? He's not an airbag expert. Okay. All right. I hate that he's trying. Oh, chaos, but all right. And that occurred right after a hard, how many degrees? 42.5. A 42-degree turn to the right? Yes. Ugh. And you weren't in the car, so you don't know who or what caused the steering wheel to go in that direction, right? I only know that the steering wheel went in that direction and your client had her foot on the gas. That'd be so cool if the kid said that. And that's all you can tell us? Yes. In your experience as an accident reconstructionist, is there a term or a concept of the time it takes from someone to perceive something until they react to it? Yes. What's that called? The time of perception. Time of perception and the time of reaction. That's a pretty standard number, huh? It's hard to measure. There's an industry accepted value of 1.5 seconds. 1.5 seconds from the time it takes to perceive a threat and to respond. 1.5 seconds before, 1.5 seconds before I even do anything. Right. And there's also a term in your business called pedal misapplication. No, that's not what happened here. I'm not familiar with that term. Good. Out of my scope. Objection. Beyond the scope. Where is Camille?
Hearsay. This is outside the scope of cross-examination. Objection, lack of foundation. Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Okay. This is a little chaos muppet. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that term. Objection. What's the movement of the body inside the vehicle prior to and post crash? Are there people? Okay, that's the movement. Are there people that are experts in that area? Yes. Okay, when is Tim Troop about to object? But you're not it. No, I'm not. In your report, you talk about hitting curbs. Is that correct? Yep. And I wasn't even there, so I don't know. But based on the images provided and the ADR data, I can confidently tell you that it looks like they struck the curb before striking the wall. Is that the only curb you're talking about? Yeah. Did you say that you thought it hit a curb once or twice? I don't know. All I know for sure is based on the pictures I was provided, it definitely drove through the one curb before. Traveling down the street, you don't know anything about the car other than the last 4.75 seconds? Correct. Okay, where's Tim Troop? Is he going to let this guy hang? Like, ugh. Would you agree the side curtain airbag inflates within 20 to 30 milliseconds of triggering event? No, he can't agree to that. I need to take a look. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, that's appropriate. Pardon? That's an appropriate amount of time, Mr. McDonald, about 30 milliseconds. Oh, that's why it looks like there are multiple events, but they're all happening simultaneously on top of each other. They're all essentially happening within the same confines of time. See, time is a construct. That's why Toyota, it looks like there's more going on because it records every sequence of events that's happening. If someone is driving and there are all sorts of things happening in a split second, yeah. What are the, oh, Jamie, what are the seatbelt pretensors? Those are, whenever they're involved in a change of speed, the seatbelt will lock in place to prevent movement. Were you able to determine if that happened here? I didn't examine the car. Wouldn't that have been able benefit? Well, actually, you did, Adam. One of our very astute friends found it, and it's right here in your report. Here's Jamie's moment to shine, or 15 moments. This is what he's asking him right here. Safety belt status, front passenger on. Jamie, claim your fame. Okay. Yeah, that's what he's asking. All right. Okay, let's see where this goes. That wouldn't have been available. No. How long does the airbag remain deployed once it's inflated? What? There are lots. He's not an airbag expert. Oh my God. Tim Troop object. He's the data and EDR expert. Oh my God. There are lots of things that can go into it, so I can't give you time. I don't know what the answer is. It doesn't deflate. No. Right away. No. It stays there to protect the people, right? Right. No further questions. Redirect? Yeah. Save yourself, Tim Troop. Come on. Sergeant, I need to clarify. The 42.5 degree turn that you identified as trigger number 5? Yes. Is it your testimony that hard right turn took place less than 2 seconds prior to impact? Yes, it was prior to impact. What was the exact time? 1.1 seconds. 1.1 seconds prior to impact is when the event took place? Yes. And is that event also the same event that causes the airbag to deploy? No. The turn is not what caused the airbags to deploy. The turn is what caused the EDR to turn on. What caused the airbags to deploy? Remember, she drove over the berm by the stop sign. It's listed as side impact. It comes slightly after the hard turn event. Right. This is when she's on the grass, then she goes airborne, then she lands. Therefore, it'd be 1.1 seconds before impact. Yes. I have no further questions. Recross. Nothing, Your Honor. We're all done. Thank you, sir. The witness was excused. Ooh, what's going on over here with my friends? I need to take a bathroom break. Hello, my friends. I know, Debbie. He does not object enough. It's like annoying. He let Detective Awesome, for anyone who wants me to pronounce his name correctly, I will let him do it for us.
I'm Detective Jesus. I'm the one who's been investigating the crash. You're under arrest for aggravated murder ×2.
He loves saying aggravated murder ×2. He loves it. I love him.
Detective Jesus.
Okay, yeah. I know. Come on, Tim Troop. I don't know why the defense attorney did such a great job at the bind over hearing, and now maybe because I don't know why. Hey, Kate, did you read that report I sent you? Yeah, Jamie, thank you. I mentioned this earlier. That was the day that Con Air was invented. We got on to those police reports. We had 179 pages. We got on page 9. But yes, I had read it. Well, after that, I knew there was juicy stuff in there. What Jamie is referring to, and we will not be able to look at it until after I talk to you two, was the police reports we were reading together, just a normal night, like as you would expect, just reading the Strongsville police reports, the other towns that responded, and we literally got to page 9 out of 179, and we got canceled. In the report, Detective Glassy, Patrolman, the Officer Glassy, who is like the nicest guy in the whole world. He's the one that like touches the car and is like, rest in peace, buddy. He describes the people inside the car, and he drew a picture along with it. And that was something we didn't get a chance to read together. So Jamie sent it to me, and I did read it. And it's explaining pretty much what we thought, like Davion used his body weight to pull the steering wheel, and he fell on Dom, and then they crashed, and that's the impact. But he was describing like how they couldn't see the boys, or really even Mackenzie at first, because the airbags had deployed, and it was a little bit more graphic then. But the way he was reacting to it, it was a traumatic scene. Oh, and he even talks about it, like when he goes to see the Shirillas in the hospital, he's like, yeah, we've been traumatized all day. Your little psychopath daughter traumatized everyone. Does anyone have a 3D printer? No, but that would be really fun. Do we need a Con Air? I'm just kidding. What are you thinking of recreating something? No, but that would be fun to have. How's everyone doing over here? Oh, we have, hi, Sammy. Thanks. Hey, Paula, welcome. Thanks for joining the team. Sammy, thing. Thanks for buying my lunch tomorrow. That's going to come in handy. Okay, Kate, did you read the report? Yes, I did. Come on, Timmy Troop. I know. Camille's getting a workout. She's objecting for him. I don't know what Tim Troop's deal is. All right, I just have to use the restroom. I'll leave you guys with the video. What should we watch? We have so much that we could watch. Is our friend, all I know is FKR is in your name. I love you very much. I've been working on the body cams. But we're not going to watch that. Don't worry. We could listen to some. I just have to run to the bathroom, and I don't want to leave you guys on nothing. Why don't we look for a call? Oh, here are some jail clips that I just combined of Mackenzie acting like a fool during trial. During this time right now, she is on the phone talking mad shit about the prosecution. Talking mad shit about the prosecution. So I'm just going to leave you with this for a second. I have to run to the bathroom, but I just started clipping like that big bald head. She's rude and she's on trial like an idiot. All right. I'm just going to leave you with something to listen to while I just run to the bathroom very quickly. And then we'll be back and we'll head to court. Oh, Sammy, thanks for thinking of me. Thank you, Paula. Welcome to the team. Thank you, Sammy. Love you. Okay. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. We're just going to watch these two for a couple minutes, however long you want.
Where do you get dressed?
You have the Harry Potter theory?
Yeah, but I got hardcover.
Oh, okay.
They may have that there.
No, they don't. They have the book. That's okay. They got books here. Yeah. Yep. And then
You guys are you guys gonna come tomorrow? Like, am I gonna be able to see you on the courtroom tomorrow?
not really, no. No, not yet. Maybe Thursday.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what else Angela said. I was literally sitting there like, why are you lying?
Yeah, but it has to be paperback. Say it again.
I'm gonna tell you what Angela said because she was literally lying like so bad the whole time.
What?
She was like, Jim was saying like, it's clear that look, like I didn't live with Dom, but I lived with Dom. You know what I'm saying? Everyone keeps saying that.
Right.
That's what they said on the record. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
Say it
Oh, okay.
It's said on the record. Okay. So
Keep your opinion out of it though, and just tell me what he said.
he was like, Kenzie got kicked out multiple times. Kenzie's mom always came to get her.
Wait, you have to stop. You have to stop because I don't know if I can know this information.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't tell me anything. Not that I kind of got paraphrased anyway, but don't tell me anything.
Yeah, that's just like.
You have paperback?
That is fun. Don't get ready. Oh, I go. They call me. They have court and to guess what to tell.
Oh, okay. Do you have a mirror you can look at or anything?
No.
Okay. Good.
But I gave me like the. Then I left the phone after strip search again.
Jeez.
5 minute strip search twice. And when I got off the phone last night, I was like, "Can I get mental health?" And she's like, "Let me ask you." She's like, "What are you doing here? You're so young." And I was like, I just kind of told her a little bit. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get you right tomorrow."
Oh, wait, who? For mental health?
Yeah.
Aww.
And there's no mental health tonight. We'll figure it out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
He's on me, She's he's a needle eating. He's like she's a music. He's just crazy easy. He's like, you know.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't either. Did they do breakfast yet?
Yeah, it's in my room.
What is it?
Look at it.
Oh, okay. Wait, you haven't seen it yet?
Come on, he told me to come out, and I got straight from the phone.
How far away is your room?
She's not very nice.
Even the closed caption is confused by her Zaza, like her words.
She needs to sound please.
So, okay, wait, I'm going to come back. So, during this, she's talking to her mom. She's picking out court outfits, and they're presenting the information in trial. And she's like, I don't know. She's miserable. All right. How is everyone doing over here? I love you guys. Everyone's good? Okay. Thank you for coming to Con Air. Well, he didn't. This is in the police body cam, but we're not going to watch the police body cam because it can be super triggering. So it's on my channel. I have all of them in order. The link is the first link in this description of the video. You can watch them all in order, and he talks about it. Except they did. Oh, good. Oh, you guys are awesome. Although I did hear Rotten Mango say that he wasn't alive, but his sister is like the first comment. And I just don't know if you were the sister, if it would really help your grieving process. So he wasn't, though. It's in the body cam. They called 2 Flight for Lives for him. They called a Flight for Life for Davion and for Mackenzie. And then by the time they got him out, he couldn't sustain life. So he wasn't. All right. Yeah, so he was alive. And they called him a Flight for Life, or a Flight Life, or whatever they call it in Ohio. It's here it's called a Flight for Life. In Colorado, it's Flight for Life. But in Ohio, I think it's Life Flight. So, yeah, they called it for him, and it's in the police body cam. They talk about it. Okay, let's get back to court. And then we'll just get tastes of these 2 bozos. All right, we're going back in. Okay, welcome. If you are just joining us, or if you are new to the Mackenzie Shirilla case, we are reading the court transcripts. Our friend legal was nice enough to provide us with the court transcripts. And we've already read the bind over hearing. We've read almost all of the text messages between Dominic and Mackenzie. We've read all of the federally written police reports. They've never admitted that he's federally trained, but his report is written like that.
Detective Jesus.
We call him Detective Awesome. And the DEA agent also writes phenomenal reports. We tried to read all of the Strongsville police reports, but that was a no-go. And then we have also, we have all the FOIA docs drops, so we have everything. So we just kind of plug away. Today, we are on day 2 of the trial that was not televised. Yeah, that's true. And they were severely hurt. Going 100 in a car, that's like, yeah. Okay. All right. Our witness got excused. Who's next? Okay, Deb, I highlighted your comment and now I can't find it to unhighlight it, but I appreciated it. Yeah, the cheesy weesy. Something, Kate. Oh, do what you need to do. We can entertain ourselves. Thank you. Oh, what is this? Wait a second. I'm just checking out these 3D printers. We do need a captain's hat. Yes. Oh, Bobby is going to another build for a little bit. They've got a lounge. Bobby, I'm confused. Okay. I saw something about the 3D printing a captain's hat. Yeah, of course. I would wear it every time that we were on Con Air. Oh, yes. We always look hella good. Yes. I can't wait till we have our gear. And that was fun to make. All right, let's get back to court because it's already 9:30. I'm going to do a hard stop at 10:30. So we'll stop reading. This is our so far plan. But we're in Con Air, so we don't know where you're going to land, or you'll just get 2 water bottles. That's all I've ever heard of anyone ever having on Con Air. But our plan as of right now is to fly the friendly skies until 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Then we'll chat for 15, and then I have to go to bed because yours truly is opening in the pro shop at 6:30 tomorrow. And that comes pretty early. All right. Okay, let's see here. The witness, Mr. Troop, this is your last witness today? Yes. Oh, yes, it is, Your Honor. Okay. Who will we? Oh, golly, we should have just kept reading. Who will we start with in the morning? I believe our first witness is going to be Dr. Esther. Oh, this is the emergency trauma doctor. And she sees like thousands of people a day. And the bind over hearing, he grilled her. The court. All right. Please close down the monopad pad for me. See you at 10. Whereas the court was adjourned until 10 a.m. Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. All right. Well, that was all right. So, you know what? I'm going to come back then. That was good, guys. That was awesome. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sarah Boone. Oh, my God. You guys, you know who is so funny to watch Sarah Boone with? I'm just going to put this up so I can take it off. Paul from the sofa. Oh, my God. His laugh. Literally, I've been listening to it for like 5 years. It's still hilarious with him. Okay. I found what I did find today. This does not have anything to do with court, but it's interesting. What I found today was, well, and by find, it just means there's a lot of that. I mean, you guys have seen Mackenzie's social medias. What I found today was, okay, bye, Troop. We're going to close court down because I have a few other things I want to show you. One of the things that I found was I started screenshotting them because I found her Instagram text messages. They are enlightening. That's one word I could use to describe it. I am going to, oh, whoops. You can't hear me if I'm speaking over that. How can I get you guys over here? Okay, I know what I can do. I'm going to pull it up because I found a few interesting things, but the only way I can share it with you is I just have to put it on my Google Drive. Okay. And we won't spend a ton of time on this, but what we will spend is interesting. Oh. Thank you for flying the friendly skies. We are about to just look at some of the page 331. Okay. La la la. Thank you for holding. I'm just trying to find this. Oh, there it is. This interesting document for you. And we'll just go over it. I mean, we're not going to go really into it, but I do want to show you a couple of things that I found that were interesting. Her Instagram is not 90,000 messages, but close enough. Oh, it's 1,900. Okay. 331 is the page. All right. What? Oh, well, what I didn't read this, but I mean, I didn't read it all. I checked January 1st because I'm not over the Kendall thing at all. And Davion's little sister is asking this little gremlin about what happened to the stair situation. Oh, there's Faith. Okay. This is kind of hard to read, but I'm going to show it to you guys so you can just see what I'm looking at. And then I'm going to read you some of the screenshots that I grabbed. Okay. This is the Meta Instagram report. And it is very, very interesting, if I do say so myself. Okay. So I was looking for January 1st because I'm not over the stairs. And when I do that, this is the little sister right here, okay? This is Davion's little sister. I don't know who any of those people are, but I'm just looking at January 1st. Davni is like, hey, can I come to your party? This is the party. And this little gremlin says, the only thing is I would have to leave before midnight. If not, I completely understand. And this little gremlin tells her to come to her own house. And then she changes it to Dom's house. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm going to blow this back up for you guys. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, so this is little Davion's little sister. This is a new thread. Okay, so the way you read this right here is this is Kenzie, and this is who it's involving. This is Davion's little sister. She's like, hey, can I come to your party? Okay. Sorry to text again, but I'm just wondering, sure, if you want to go, girl. Okay, what's your address? I'm like, is she a dummy or what? But what's your address and what time does it start? Where should I park? She literally sends her home address and then switches it to Dom's. And then Davni tries to call her. Kenzie's like, oh, so they talked. So missed, false. So they talked on a video chat, like a FaceTime. Come around 9 or 9:30. And she gives her real address, Walnut. And she's like, okay. And then she's like, oh, whoopsies. She's about to switch it to Lund Road. And then, what's the address? And she's like, oh, she gives them the right address, not her real house, you dummy, where you're having the party. Okay, then this is where she says, hey, what happened to the girl on the stairs? And she says, oopsies, she fell down the stairs and got hurt. And then remember when in the jail call, she's like, all I did was talk to her about modeling, because she's about to ask her, like, how can I get into modeling? She sends her like, start reaching out to local photographers, take headshots. You could definitely make it, girl. Then she says to her, I'm surprised they didn't submit this in court. This is on August 5th, the same day that she texted redacted. Hey, you don't have to answer me. I wouldn't expect you. I just want to say I'm sorry for everything. I love you and Davion. He was like a brother to me. I hope you're all getting spread as positive, calm energy because your family deserves it. And I'm praying for you guys. Ignored. And then that was the only keyword that I searched for was January 1st. But some of the screenshots that I grabbed are, oh, Greasy pimping her out. Oh, one of the screenshots that I grabbed, Greasy, this sounds to me like a yacht girl. It's like, come to Memphis for 2 nights with us. Don't tell anyone. She's like still 17 then. They don't seem as important here. Anyway, that's one of the things I wanted to show you guys was the Instagram stuff, because it puts a lot of, I wish it was hard enough to read her text, but I have broken them all down by like keywords. I have spreadsheets for them, but anyway. Hey, Kate is dropping some real ass shit on our asses. Yes, yes, go team. Yes, yes, that's what we do. We just follow the documents. Actually, this does make me want to show you guys some of these screenshots. They are absolutely wild. Well, one of them right here, I had to look it up actually. I'm going to share this with you. Yeah, this is one of the things I used to always say is we don't do breaking news, but we do. But that isn't really true anymore because sometimes you just have to look at what this says about Mackenzie. Oh, excuse me. I'll get out of your way. All right. Maybe I won't. Okay. You can't see this. All right. This, I had to look up the words. Believed to be a delinquent. If you can't read this, if you're not watching or something, I'll read it out loud. It says, oh, wait. Okay. We'll have the court reporter, or I'm sorry, the what's her name? The lady who does the recordings for the jails. She can explain what or the name of this county.
Cuyahoga County. Cuyahoga County.
Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Court Division in the matter of Mackenzie Shirilla, believed to be a delinquent child. I thought that was hilarious. So of course I had to look it up. And this is before or during the bindover. And I looked up what delinquent child means in the court system. And it means, we're going to look it up together. Actually, we're not going to guess. I did look it up though, and I thought it was hilarious. Basically, you're an asshole is what it means. I'll probably be able to just Google it faster than I can find my Google search. Okay, that's what we'll do. I'm just going to bring you guys with me. We're going to Google what does it mean to be a delinquent child in court documents in Ohio. DEL. Oh, no. Oh, there it is. DELIN. Delinquent child in Ohio juvenile courts. Oops. Okay. All right. Being a delinquent child in Ohio means a minor under 18 has committed an act that would be a crime if an adult did it. Instead of conviction, youth face a delinquency adjudication. Wait, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Wait, adjudication to avoid lifelong social stigma. Common examples include theft, assault, and drug offenses. Oh, yeah. I don't think we need to have the Ohio part because delinquent means breaking local, state, or federal crimes. Unruly, breaking the rules that apply only to minors. This is a status offense, such as running away. Oh, no one runs away from a happy home. Oh my God, you can get charged with that? Hold on, we have to take the Ohio part out. I just want to know what it means in general. Ohio, it does have some, in juvenile. We love Ohio. But that was just a little bit too micro. I wanted to keep it on a macro level. Okay, the goal is rehabilitation, but our little delinquent doesn't need rehabilitation. Delinquent act versus status offense. It's important to know the difference between being a delinquent and being undisciplined. It's often called a status offense. Delinquent act, a crime that is illegal for both adults and minors. Selling drugs, check. Stealing, check. Property damage, check. Status offenses, behavior that's not only illegal because of the child's age. Oh my God, they could have charged her with criminal stuff for skipping school? Okay. Instead of an adult trial, youth and juvenile courts go through, I don't know how to pronounce this word, adjunctory hearing, where a judge reviews the evidence. If the judge decides the child committed the delinquent act, they are labeled a delinquent rather than being found guilty. Possible consequences. Okay, we don't care about that. This wasn't it's the state of New York, I think, that describes it really well. Anyway, so we have a little delinquent. Yeah, this New York law, they explain it really well. Anyway, she's our little delinquent right there. Thanks, Mackenzie. We have more because, okay, this is redacted, but over here they forget to redact it. My mom is trying to do it. Oh, this is when Mackenzie, here, can you guys see this? Here, this is hilarious. These are two separate chains and I just grabbed them, but let me just show you this. Mackenzie is asking Gracie to do her homework right here. And Gracie is her best friend that Dominic thinks is a prostitute, and which is fine. Like, no judgment here. We don't care. Anyway, she's literally, I don't know how she graduated. She's at this point has 40 assignments to do. And her mom is trying to do it and she can't because it's hard AF. Is anyone surprised? Thanks, Natalie. And then this is Gracie. Oh, this is like, you should come downtown with your fake. Okay, those ones aren't the fun ones. There are better ones, but I was putting them together today as I was finding them. And the main ones were her being called a delinquent child, which, because court is also written for black magic, I like to understand the words. Let's see, what is this? Okay, that's hard. Yeah, come down with your fake. Oh, this is another implication. In something, I don't know which court hearing, it might have been in his report, Detective Awesome actually pulled this one thing to talk about trafficking over state lines, which is now a federal offense. This is Gracie. And then be careful when driving with all this stuff on you. Please don't speed. My friend in Chicago got pulled over for speeding and they searched her and found rugs and $400,000 in cash, vacuum sealed. And now she has a federal case. And in Detective Awesome's report, he puts this and Mackenzie's comment, which is like, oh yeah, they need a warrant. This is the response. We're already on our way. We'll be there at 6. We have everything locked up in a bag with the key, so they need a search warrant. Detective Awesome is like, this is a federal offense. And DEA agent was probably so psyched. Oh, this is her. Remember when she was pretending she had gluten problems? When she goes out to eat with her girlfriends, I have to cheat and eat gluten. Cheat on what? Oh, this is her. She talks about broke bitches. And this is her saying that she has, we can wear Skims and my fake Pradas. Okay, thanks. Oh, this is what literally to me, if you don't know what a yacht girl is, think Jeffrey Epstein and Meghan Markle. We have pictures of them both on yachts, and there are women around that. It's like wild, but oh, Diddy, Epstein. Anyway, Gracie asks, I have no idea how old Gracie is because she also said she couldn't spend money. She had to pay her landlord $4,000. She says, are you coming on this jet tomorrow? And Mackenzie says, to where and how long? And then Gracie says, hey, yacht girl. No wonder Dom. I don't know what her profession is. To Nashville for 2 days. I do not remember. And Mackenzie told Dom a lot of things. I don't remember this ever coming up. And the date on this is July 14th. So this is about 15 days before the trial. I mean, before the accident. No, before the crash. And this is our text to Dominic's mom. We have those. Oh, I was at, Paul did another Sarah Boone thing today. Paul from the sofa. Hilarious. He's so funny. And somehow on Sarah, because these two I think are so similar, this was a comment I saw. And I didn't know if I agreed, but I just thought of it. Like, this was when she's like, this is what the comment said. I'm not usually a comment reader either. I have no idea why I saw this, but hours before the crash, Mackenzie woke up alone on the couch. And remember, Rosie said that she was like getting her hair pet, which no one, they did a lot of things they've never done before in the 30,000 text messages we talked about. But anyway, she woke up alone on the couch and she thought that Dom snuck away and cheated on her. And that's why she ran it. I don't actually agree with that at all. I think it was because Davion was coming over, but that's just my own opinion. This is Detective Awesome's handwritten reports for the Russos. We have pages 1 and 2. Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, and in July, he was definitely done. That led to the I-71 incident. This is Detective Awesome's handwriting. I just thought that was so cool. All right, what are these? Oh, this is Davion's last text. And the only reason this is important, we've seen all this, but is right here when he says, I'm tripping sacks. Because that's not off the table. Even though the mushrooms that she had on her was the exact amount that they all ordered. I just don't believe Rosie. Everything that Rosie or Bubba says to me is just made up. Oh, this is the... you can't really read it, but this is how it was on the PDF. This is when literally they died like yesterday or the day before. She's in the hospital, and like, this is a fake. It's not, they don't want to work with her. They just want to tag their picture, but she started a complete mess with it. So anyway, those were the updates that I had, I think. Oh, here's the front. I'll get these all organized for us. I just found them today, and I was busy getting us all the swag. But this is our, I wonder why it's redacted up there. I just like his handwriting. Oh, and this is her breaking into the church. And the way that Detective Awesome found it was oh, you know what I bet he did? I wonder if he has this. He zoomed in and he read this, and then he looked up the church. He probably just Googled it, but $80,000 worth of damage they did to that church. Oh, that's a really sad. That's Detective Glassy. I mean, I'm sorry, Police Officer Glassy. This is her with the friends that Dominic said, sure, you can hang out with them, but we are definitely breaking up if you do. Really? I can't imagine why. This is when they get on the rooftop. Finally, she's been asking about it forever. Yeah, Dom's not into these girls. I think this is Nina. This is just a guess. I think that's Nina and that's Rosie. I don't know. I can't really tell from, well, there's Rosie right there. Okay. I'm not really sure I don't know who that is. I think must have been when she got in somewhere with her fake ID. Oh, she's so dumb. Oh man, I could keep looking at. Okay, this is something that I found, but I can't read it. So I was gonna just. It's something about someone getting in trouble. Sorry, can you guys see all this? I can make this much more presentable, but okay, what it says. All right, hold on. This is confusing. I can fix this for us. I haven't even organized them, but all right. This was something they found on her. What I'm looking for is Fat Mojo. One of the things is the GoFundMe $5,000 deposit, like to each of their GoFundMes that the detectives just randomly put with no context. It says, where did okay, wait, what does this say? Where did he intentionally snitch? LOL. The real snitch is the actual plug, the victim. Yeah, they incriminated him on what the hell he said on IG Lives. Once again, the police obtained all this information from the victim and from the mom looking at the Insta Lives. I don't know what this is, but this was something they screenshot and had in. The cops had screenshot this. I guess we could try to read it. I don't really know what it is, and I don't really feel like looking at it because it's hard to read, but there's much more to go down. Hold on, one more thing. Okay, one thing I do want to show you guys that I thought was just very beautiful. This is the picture right here that the two kids that came to the police station, this is the picture that he sent him. It's very Colorado and very beautiful. And I just thought it was gorgeous. I wonder where they are. They might be in Breck or by Pikes Peak or something. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that was beautiful. So that's the latest from our Mackenzie Shirilla download dump. Oh, sorry, guys. I will stop sharing this. I'm going to come say goodnight to you. Thank you for coming to Con Air, where we fly the friendly skies and we have no idea what's going to happen. All right. I'm going to come say goodnight. Oops. Thanks for flying the friendly skies with us. I love you guys. Oh, whoa. Comments. Hi. Oh, I have it right here, actually, Phil. Let me see. What page is it? Oh, dating an inmate. Oh, I am sure one of our friends has already nailed that. Oh, let's look. Let's look, actually. Let's do it together. All right. I'm going to share this tab with you guys. And then we're going to go to bed. It's 10:05. We have a few minutes to find this. I don't really know how to, but we're going to play with it and figure it out. All right. So this is Ohio Women's Prison. Oh, okay. Pen pal. What is it called though? It's like a sugar daddy, or there's a name for it. It's our friend that's actually a jail. Hey, Cowboy, are you here? Thanks, Kate. I love you. Mr. Let is live. Who's Mr. Let? Good night, Claudia. Welcome, Rain. What's the next stream? Where's everyone jumping to? Hi, Rain. And we like each other. Oh, we're friendly. Yeah, as long as you act like an adult and you don't even have to, just respectful. We don't act like white trash here. That's like we have two rules. Don't be a dick and act like you're in English lit, not on Facebook. Okay, Ohio Women's Prison. Sugar baby. Connection. Oh, God. Hey, feds, please don't look at me. I'm just looking to find her. Inmate Connect, maybe? Sugar baby. Someone in here is going to, I don't really want. Hey, FBI. Welcome. JP. This looks like something, it'll take 2 seconds on Twitter. I'm sorry. Yeah, Twitter or TikTok to figure out what the website is. Let's wait until we have something. All right. Well, my loves, that was fun. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for being so nice. Ring collector, welcome. Yeah, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Welcome. That's what I think too, Kate. I love this group. Me too. You guys are amazing. Look what you made me do. I broke the key thing on your door. Oh, yeah. Oh, that the judge hasn't heard that. She hasn't even heard. I think that, well, the prosecution, we're only on we're heading into day 3. Tomorrow, I am working at 6:30 in the morning because, and then I'll be back. And then I will keep, I don't know what we're going to go into day 3 unless we get sidetracked. And there's 2 things I want to look at. One of them are those Instagram messages. I think we're going to find a lot of juicy stuff in there because a lot of the text messages, they would fight like in Insta and then she'd switch over to text and then she'd call him slow for not catching him fast enough. God, I don't know why. Anyway, that's where we are. No, I don't do feet. Oh, yes. They got in a big fight about feet. All right. I love you guys all so much. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out on Con Air. Our swag is now available. Don't worry. Who's Paul? Is Paul in this? Oh, I was just talking about Paul from the sofa. I don't know. Anyway, on Etsy, it's available. It's made through Printful, and some of the prices are high because, well, not high. I don't get really a lot, like a cut. It's just to cover this if it's free shipping. It's what Amazon does too. It says free shipping, but anyway, and I saw Bobby's comment. There are water bottles that aren't on there yet. If anyone else thinks of anything funny that we want, let me know. I love you all very much. Thank you for hanging out. I hope everyone feels better. If you're trying to book with me and you can't, can you shoot me an email and let me know what's not working? I tried to book it today and it worked. But if something's not working, I need to know. All right. I love you all very much. Thanks for hanging out. To the Con Air flight crew, thanks for coming. Bobby, thanks for keeping us in the air. Phil, did you change your settings yet? I love you all very much. And to the new friends, welcome. Sammy, thanks for the super chats. Thanks for buying my lunch tomorrow. I love you very much. To our new members, welcome. I will see you guys on the flip side tomorrow, probably for day 3. I do want to go into those text messages. But with that, I will love you and leave you, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Good night. Mwah. I love you.